fly by my head, but I've experienced freedom because of men who did. Forever thankful to every veteran's sacrifice. This is Vets and Coffee, the podcast. Finally, a podcast 100% about veterans. Looking at veterans making a difference in the veterans community. We'll help veterans, and we'll spotlight veteran-owned businesses and businesses that support and hire veterans. Plus, guzzle down some amazing coffee. Welcome to Vets and Coffee, the podcast. Now your host, Tree McLean.
Good evening. How y'all doing this evening? It's Tree McLean here with Vets and Coffee, the podcast, and I want to welcome my awesome guest. Let me tell you something. I've been getting tons of messages from people how great of a hero, a man this is, and how much of a legend he is, and I already know that. We have Rico Garcia on. Good evening, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Yeah. We've been having a little technical difficulties earlier. That's why we're running a little bit late. So he's using his cell phone, and there's a little more interruption with that, but we'll get by with it tonight, I think.
Yeah.
So in talking with this gentleman, you're what, third generation veteran?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Father fought in Korean War, and you got a great grandfather that fought as well.
A great grandfather in the big war, World War I. I had a uncle of my dad's killed during the Battle of the Bulge, and he's buried at the Chapelle, Belgium. And so, yes, got a lot of have served in all the different branches of the service, and that goal is to defend our country and also up our or get out of our service or commitment to the armed forces. And we still like to serve, and that's why many of us join the police department or become a paramedic.
Oh, you got a paramedic in the family as well, too, huh?
Paramedics in the family. I have 15 cousins that here, Houston metro area that not only work for the Houston Police or the Sheriff's Department, the various constable offices, that if we lived on the East Coast, we'd be Irish.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah. So I was reading about what you sent me earlier. Dad, Korean War veteran, airman, first class Air Force. And father was Harris County Sheriff's Office that served under Buster Kern. That was a long time ago.
Long time.
Later joined Houston Police as a senior PSO. Then you have four brothers that all served, and they're with HPD as well. And you still have one that's still working with 41 years of service now. That's awesome. So he's got to be. What's he gonna be, like number 2 behind Paul Stavanova?
Well, I figured that we get a new command station because Mr. Thomas is named after the police. He served, I believe, 59 years, and my at 41.
Yeah, but is Joe still working?
Yes, tenant in the subdivision.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so that's really neat. So, I love people that, I love all veterans, but the veterans that come back, they raise their arm already, and they go and raise their arm again. People like Todd Young, he's one of your members. He was one of the members of your foundation as well. He served his country in the Army, came back, raised his arm again for the police department, and then he continues to serve those that served us through your organizations and other organizations as well. I don't know if you know Zach Bercher or not. He's with Montgomery County. He was an Army veteran as well. But He works with Texas Boys Outdoors. People like that. I love hearing stories about people like that. And then there's you. I mean, you started you and some other people started the Thin Blue Line Law Enforcement Motorcycle Club, right?
Yes, my brothers that have since retired from HPD as Thin Blue Line back in 2009.
Wow. And now you have how many chapters just in Texas alone?
19 chapters, but throughout the country, 43 chapters, and also in Hawaii and Australia.
Australia as well. Wow, that is awesome. Yeah. So is someone else I like is what's his name? Oh, that little bitty guy. Oh, JP Villarreal. Yeah, he's another good guy too, you know.
Yes, he is.
Navy veteran, came out, joined HPD, and then volunteered with y'all as well. But now he's back to work, working for someone else too now.
Yeah, he's a precinct.
Precinct 1, yeah.
Yeah, he's told me the other day it's not as much action as it was when he worked up in homicide, but you know, so you don't have that type of action anymore. So
no.
Be happy.
He's on his retirement side now.
Yes.
Yeah. So so you have the name is Thin Blue Line LE Motorcycle Club, Law Enforcement Motorcycle Club.
Correct.
But you do have people that are in your club that aren't law enforcement, though, right?
Officer to civilian ratio. You got to have 3 active or honorably retired law enforcement officers. Now, the civilian is going to be vetted out. We do not allow anyone with a we can't have them in our club because are still guided by our code of ethics. Affiliate or associate ourselves with known felons.
Right.
Do vet them out thoroughly.
Yeah, I understand that. But your phone keeps breaking up. But did you say you allow veterans in, correct?
Sure. We have just the majority of our members are veterans from all the. Absolutely.
That's great.
We created the Thin Blue Line Foundation, and we do state that we assist our anybody that is even still serving. We a number of different programs. All of our chapters all back to the community, especially to our veterans. If one has been out there serving his country, we like to help. And unfortunately, if we have one that is lost in action, you to be there for and stand in for the family.
Yeah. So if you are a veteran, you have a good record, and you want to volunteer and help out the Thin Blue Line Motorcycle Club, you can probably look into becoming a member.
That's correct. On the World Wide Web, it's www.lemc.com, and you'll see all the various chapters associated with our club. There's different drop-down menus. If you're interested in the club, you will be contacted, and
Awesome.
type of information needed so that you can join our club.
Yeah. And that's Thin Blue Line Motorcycle LEMC.com, or is it TBLLEMC.com?
The entire it's thinlemc.com.
Okay. All right. That's great. Yeah, because we have not only do we have people watching, but we also have listeners as well that only listen to the
Yeah.
podcast that evening. So I want to let people know. So you have any events coming up? I think JP's wife has already been bugging me about getting some coffee for I think what a fajita cook-off you got coming up, right?
We have on November the 12th. We like to do it around the time and Lincoln Day. Veterans Day is a significant day for, but also because it's the day after my Marine Corps birthday on November the 10th. Looking for celebrating the birthday of our Corps. We let the other veterans join in on Veterans Day. but 12 up in Baytown, and it's on our website. The exact location by the big bridge on 146. So that's going to be an all-day event of various bands and vendor booths that are there. There's no cost, but we do like to ask if you want to get a piece of fajitas. That I mean, they will blow your mind really well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been invited to quite a few events that day already. But you never know. I might try to get away from another one to get over there. But once again, they can show up and make a donation and get some food and so forth, or get in on the. You're gonna have some raffles and auctions there as well. So
yeah, we're also gonna start out at a location and then wind up going. It'll be a nice ride. It's being planned by my road captains. It's always a fun time for fellowship and the camaraderie.
Yeah. I was supposed to go out to the event yesterday with Todd Young was working for the
Right.
Houston Police Family Support Unit, and
Right.
I've been fighting fever over the weekend, and I didn't get out there to. I was going to do live podcasts out there and sell coffee and so forth, but I got some coffee out there as a donation. But there's another law enforcement motorcycle club where they one of their guys passed away last night, and
we heard.
yeah, and I would keep him in our prayers, and we're sorry for their loss. Yeah, but it happens, and it happened to your club as well.
Yes, it's unfortunate, that
it is.
Some people they don't see motorcycles, and especially vigilant, because cell phone, someone's texting while they're driving, somebody may be driving impaired. On July 19th of 2020, when of our Chicago chapter and his executive board with a number of driving down the Texas Hill Country near Kerrville, and over the hill, and ran right into them and killed members. And 2 more.
Yeah, I've been following Thin Blue Line Motorcycle Club for quite a few years now, and not just because I'm good friends with JP and his wife, but I've just been following y'all because y'all do a lot of good in the community and so forth, and I really like helping y'all out. I've donated a few of the Patriot knives I've built over the years. I wish I can still build them, but my health has gotten kind of bad, and I just can't stand up anymore to do it. So that's why I've started this podcast and donating coffee when I can and so forth. But Thin Blue Line Motorcycle Club has done a lot of good to help out their brothers and sisters and so forth. And I'm glad to be and help out when I can with y'all. Y'all are a great bunch of people.
That's very kind that you say that, Tree, because this club, we want it to be absolutely clear about who we represent. Law enforcement, and not only in the state of Texas, country. The thin blue line is recognized by everyone in this country. We're the police. And, we don't make any bones about it. The police and state troopers from every state in our union are on the back of our vest and know who we are. And we do our code of ethics, even though we're retired. Some of us are. No expiration date on our, code of ethics. Abide by them, and officers just like others, and they don't want to hang out with a bunch of thugs. But
someone's telling you it's dinner time.
yeah, is that a lot of officers, when they retire, they think that they're going to go and just relax, but you get bored doing that. People are people of action, and that includes the ladies, the officers that retire. We begin to miss the camaraderie, and this is a way that we stay together, support one another, and we get on our motorcycles, and it's called wind therapy. I know that some people, I don't think that there's an officer that has served a long time in his agency does not suffer along the line of our careers. And I did 35 years with, and I've seen some horrible things. I've seen man's, and it wears on you. It wears on you, especially when the victim, children or elderly. It just really, and now, for the past now going on 12, 13 years, our profession, by the media, right away, some with an officer thousands of miles away, we are all blamed for it. And forming this club, we wanted to show that we're just like all we want to do is just go do our jobs, work our shifts, and go back to our families, to those who love us the most. We do not want chase or get in a gunfight with anybody, but that's our job. And so, and people don't understand that, that we go to work wanting to get into an altercation. A good day is one with a good day. So we've had a lot of success, had issues, and this is a way, type of therapy, to hang out with their brothers and sisters, and that because we all share the same bonds. We're somebody's brother, somebody's husband, somebody's pa. And if you get to know us, we're good people. And in our small way, we're trying step by step, trying to make a change in how people perceive us.
Yeah, there's just a few of y'all in that picture right there.
There's a few of us there.
Yeah, there's a few of you there. How many members y'all have now?
We have close to 1,000.
Yeah. So one of my followers and good friends just posted up here that he's a U.S. Army. He's a veteran, and his father was deployed to Vietnam and so forth, and he was killed in the line of duty as a police officer as well. And he backs the blue himself. That's Tim Stroud. He's a good friend of mine, so forth. But he just made that posting. But I love you guys. You guys do a lot of good. But I know you have your wind therapy, and you have your camaraderie and so forth like that. Just like a lot of veterans, they have their VFW hall and the American Legion posts and stuff like that. And it's very important for y'all to have. And this organization you have, it's great for your officers to join up. But then again, it's also great for veterans if they like to ride, and they want to support the Thin Blue Line. It's a great organization. It really is.
It is.
Yeah.
The thing that also makes us unique is the club. Our wives are by our side. They are a big part of our club. We're proud to say that you can bring your any of our events. They'll be safe. People are like to have a good time, but they always are aware of who they represent. And if you are wearing our vest with our you represent law enforcement, and I expect you, even though if you're a civilian, to adhere to our code of ethics. And if you cannot do that for you, we're not out there to cause problems with anybody. Time, do things for the community, and at the end on each other to see if we made it home safely.
Yeah. So, you besides the chili cook-off coming up, you have any other events coming up anytime soon?
We have the Lone Star Rally that our members come out in force. Last year, almost 250 riders that we rode down the Strand. Prize at the people that really support law enforcement. You know, and bikers in general. It doesn't matter what club they're in. You know, bikers in general respect the law, and they do look out for other bikers. We get a lot of good, positive feedback from everybody there at the rally in the country, the Lone Star Rally. So that's going to be on the first weekend in November. To that, next weekend we have our San Antonio chapter. They're giving out coats to kids. You know, and that cannot afford a coat. So every weekend we have something going on by what.
That's great. That's great. Hey, you know, if any of your guys are looking for something to do the day before Thanksgiving or the day of Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
I know some guys, I know some veterans and some people putting on an event on the day before Thanksgiving, the day of Thanksgiving, that could use a hand in preparing and smoking turkeys for Operation Turkey.
Yeah, that's always fun to do that.
Yeah. So the day before Thanksgiving, they prepare and they smoke all the turkeys. They're going to be doing it at the American Legion Post in Spring Branch over on 3105 Campbell Road. That's Hector Garon's post.
Yeah.
And then
Post 65.
Yeah, post
That's
650.
Post 6, of which I'm a member of.
Oh, you're a member there? Yeah. I'm signing up with them
Yes.
soon. I think I'm gonna sign up with them because I enjoy their steak nights.
I do too. I do.
I missed it this past Friday night though, but it's and even Bailey likes their steaks as well.
Yeah.
But they're gonna have it there, and then the gentleman I just mentioned a little while ago here, Tim Stroud, he's gonna be out in Katy, and they're gonna be preparing meals out there. Then they're gonna be doing it with Bob Gebhard, which is gonna be down in Pasadena, and they just opened up a new location, fourth location off of North Main at a church. They're going to have a location for drop off and serving food out of and everything. And then on Thanksgiving Day, there's going to be needing volunteers to deliver food, to deliver the meals and stuff like that. But if any of your guys want to help out, just contact Hector over at 654 because they could use some volunteers. Yeah.
What I'll do is I'm going to reach out to him because I'm sure he's already made it. Have it posted on our Facebook page. That way, all of our members in the Houston metropolitan area are aware, and they can make it a.
Yeah. I posted. Here's the flyer for them. If any of your followers are watching everything, they can see it right there. and I can send that to you. If you don't have this flyer already, I can send it to you.
Yeah, go ahead and send it to me.
I will send that to you. So and that shows the location sites they have. But we'll be out there as well. Now I'm looking forward to it. Long as I can stay out of the hospital, I'll be doing good.
Anytime you're above ground breathing, that's always a good thing. On this side of the grass.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So well, hey, I really appreciate you coming on. I've been wanting to get you on for a while, and I wanted it to work out where I had like a motorcycle event. I was going to be doing the one at yesterday and then have you today, but I couldn't go yesterday because of my health. But I'm so glad to have you on finally because you are a legend. You really are. I mean,
well,
I've heard about your name. I've heard about the squad you're on, and while you're at HVD,
right?
When I was working for the Department of Justice in the 80s and 90s, and stuff like that. And I mean, you've been on since 74, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And just so that you know, my first day in the academy was and recognized November the 11th as an official holiday. In class number 67 was on November the 11th. So it was Veterans Day. Was my first day.
Wow. Yeah, I found this picture of you too. Look at this youngster.
Yeah, I don't have that head of hair anymore, but hey, I was proud. I was proud to wear those dress blues.
Oh yeah. Even these blues as well.
Even those.
Yeah.
I like the color of that but I respect them both.
I miss that old uniform. I like those. Yeah.
I know Todd Young is. Oh crap! I was about to involve in Todd Young. You know that I was a supervisor of a tactical unit.
Yeah.
Our office was right there. Anyway, Todd was a young officer back then, and you could tell how. But he was an Army vet. That was so
military police.
So he had for finding these guys that were in stolen cars. I mean, this one night he got in the chase and on the chase, and he's calling it out. And I arrived almost took the vehicle down, and I jumped out of my car to go help in the arrest car and park, and it was still in drive, and it started. I had to run after it to go catch it, but to this day, about that story.
That's pretty funny because I know another officer that had that happen to him on a traffic stop.
Yeah.
And all you heard was, oh shit, 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 oh shit. And it's all on his dash cam.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, they didn't have recordings back when I was doing patrol. Otherwise it would have been a lot.
Yeah, that was funny. And that officer was well known for his extra jobs.
I bet.
Yeah.
Listen, Tree, anytime you want, especially right now, while the good Lord is still blessing me, I'll be glad to assist. To me, I survived 5 years on the mean streets of Houston. I lived that, and it is my duty to pay it forward. And this is why we do what we do.
Yeah.
And I feel that it's my turn to return all of God's blessings. Continue to serve.
That's how I feel.
So I thank you.
Yeah, I thank you too. Yeah. So I'm going to say one thing. I really greatly appreciate you coming on. I've been looking forward to this day for a long time. And just one last thing to say I always say at the end of anytime I do the podcast is never let them be forgotten.
No,
No,
that's right. Right.
And once again, thank you for coming on, Rico, and you have a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.
God bless. Bye-bye.
You've been listening to Vets and Coffee, the podcast. As you can see, veterans and coffee are Tree's passions, and we want to make a difference in the veterans community. And with your help and continued listenership, we'll do exactly that. If you enjoyed the show, make sure to like, rate, and review. And we'll be back soon. See you next time on Vets and Coffee, the podcast.